Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi students, how are you doing there? I hope all of you are doing good. Okay, now we will study about hereditary exposition text. Let's check the definition of it first. A hereditary exposition is a type of spoken or written text that is intended to explain the listeners or readers that something should or should not happen or be done. Jadi hereditary exposition text itu adalah salah satu bentuk teks yang mana itu digunakan untuk menjelaskan kepada pembaca ataupun mendengar sesuatu yang seharusnya atau tidak seharusnya terjadi atau dilakukan. To strengthen the explanation, the speaker or writer needs some arguments as the fundamental reasons of the given idea. Untuk memperkuat penjelasannya, maka penulis membutuhkan beberapa argumen atau alasan yang fundamental tentang sesuatu yang dijelaskan di situ. In other words, this kind of text can be called as argumentation. Jadi dengan kata lain, jenis teks ini bisa disebut sebagai argumentasi. Okay, then the purpose of hereditary exposition text. The purpose of hereditary text is to persuade the readers or listener that something should or should not be the case. Jadi untuk meyakinkan pembaca tentang sesuatu yang dijelaskan di situ itu sebaiknya atau tidak sebaiknya, seharusnya atau tidak seharusnya dilakukan ataupun terjadi. Okay, next, the generic structure of hereditary text. There are three parts of it. First, thesis, then arguments, and the last one is recommendation. Let's start from the first one, thesis. Thesis is statement or announcement of issues concern. Jadi statement, pernyataan ya, of issues concern yang menjadi perhatian yang ditekankan jadi inti pada bacaan tersebut. Then arguments, reasons for concern that will lead to the recommendation. Arguments ya, pendapat. Jadi di situ disebutkan some arguments, beberapa alasan yang mengarah pada rekomendasi. Then recommendation. Recommendation is statement of what should or should not happen or be done based on the given arguments. Jadi recommendation itu bagian yang terakhir di mana isinya adalah statement, pernyataan what should or should not happen, apa yang seharusnya atau tidak seharusnya terjadi atau dan dilakukan based on the given arguments, berdasarkan argumen yang sudah disebutkan sebelumnya. Okay, then language features, tata bahasa ya. First, focusing on the writer. Jadi dalam hereditary itu kita fokus pada penulis. Second, using abstract noun, menggunakan kata benda abstrak juga, contohnya policy, advantage, etc. Then using action verb, menggunakan kata kerja aksi, yang melakukan aksi. Then using thinking verbs, menggunakan kata kerja thinking. Using modals, menggunakan modals seperti should, gitu ya. Terus using adverb, certainly, surely, contohnya kata keterangan. Then using temporal connective or transition, menggunakan connective ya atau transition, contohnya firstly, secondly. Then using evaluative words, menggunakan kata evaluative, contohnya important, penting, valuable, trustworthy. Then using passive voice, menggunakan kalimat pasif. Then the last using simple present tense. So in hereditary we use verb one. Okay, next, look at the example of hereditary text. Fasten your seat belt. Kencangkan sabuk pengamanmu. Look at the first paragraph. A seat belt, sometimes called a safety belt, is a safety harness designed to secure the occupant of a vehicle against harmful movement that may result from a collision or a sudden stop. Why should we use seat belt? Jadi di paragraf pertama itu, the first one is a definition of seatbelt. Definisinya dulu disebutkan. Then on the last sentence itu ada why should we use seatbelt? Kenapa kita harus menggunakan seatbelt? Itu disebut dengan thesis. So the first paragraph is thesis. Then look at the next paragraph. If you look at the second, third, and fourth paragraph, so you will find some arguments there. For example, as part of an overall occupant restraint system, seat belts are intended to reduce injuries by stopping the wearer from hitting hard interior elements of the vehicle. Itu adalah salah satu argumen. Then, during 2004, total accident in DKA Jakarta are 4,544 cases with 1,146 dead victims. 63% of the accident victims didn't use seat belts. Ini juga arguments. Then, for some people, using seat belt make journey uncomfortable, make us can't move freely, etc. But if we used to wear it, it will be our habit. We will feel more and more comfortable if we often use it. Ini juga argument. So, second, third, and fourth paragraph are arguments. Okay, then look at the last paragraph. From the above reasons, there is not any reason for us not to use seatbelt. There are so many advantages of using seatbelt and so many disadvantages will we have if we do not use seatbelt. I think we have to rely on one thing, our safety. Protection is better than curing, so we are and fasten seatbelt. Okay, from the first sentence, from the above reasons, dari alasan di atas, tidak ada alasan, there is not any reason for not to use seatbelt, untuk tidak menggunakan sabuk pengaman. Jadi ditekankan kembali di sini. Kemudian baru on the last sentence, so wear and fasten seatbelt. Jadi gunakan dan kencangkan sabuk pengamanmu. So this is called recommendation. Okay, I think that's all about hereditary tax. And if you have any question, you can ask me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your attention. Then have a nice day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.